Y'all, I have been tired. I have been tired, boss. I have been tired. I know y'all been calling on my energy, talking about where's you at? Where's you at? I need you, big dog. I needed me too. To my YouTube audience, how you guys doing? I hope you guys are having a great day, no matter if you're watching me in the daytime, nighttime, evening time. We're about to get these messages off, okay? Okay. I want y'all to understand something. Life be lifing, but let me tell you, lately, today and yesterday, y'all, I've been sleepy. I have been tired. I've been needing to rejuvenate. I've been like, what is going on with what? And I feel like they significant, y'all. I feel the need to sit over here and tell y'all, when y'all are sitting over here going through life and your body is sitting over here telling you to rest, you need to rest. I want you to understand something. You resting doesn't make you lazy. You resting and you getting the necessary sleep and you sitting over here taking the necessary days off when you're not supposed to be off, take those days. And the reason why I'm telling you that is because, catch me, big dog, ain't nobody gonna serve that sentence if somebody cross you the wrong way. How you doing, Shantae? Somebody ain't gonna sit over here. Listen, I want to keep it a being with you. Nobody comes into your life to tell you when you need to take some time off, when you need to get your mind right. Nobody comes into your life and sits over here and be like, yo, you got one more day before you take it there. You got one more day until you sit over here and you go off edge. Nobody gives you that warning. Your body does, though. But the point of the matter is that a lot of you guys don't sit over here and listen to your body in order to sit over here and get those reactions. How you doing, OG? I want y'all to understand something. With rest comes rejuvenation, comes happiness, comes clarity, comes shit. Sometimes even needing more rest. But the point of the matter is that some of you guys need to rest, okay? Jen, I'm gonna get into some readings after I get done with the downloads. Now let's get into it. I want y'all to understand something. Some of y'all got witchcraft that's being sent to you. And to be honest, I don't really like talking about witchcraft like that. And it's not even like that there's anything against it. It's more so because I be so irritated with attacks, and I don't believe that there's anybody that's stronger than God. And I feel like if we sit over here and even allow any type of fear into us, it's going to sit over here and literally like turn us to sit over here and be afraid. And it's like, you shouldn't be afraid of witch work. How you doing, Shasha? How you doing, GPH? I want y'all to understand something. When shit is getting done onto you, you shouldn't be afraid of it. Just know that, listen, your spirit team and God is sitting over here saying, yes, protect your energy. Yes, protect your space. Cleanse your space. But don't sit over here, and it's funny because a little fly just came up in here. We talking about you today. I wanna keep it a being with you though. It's not for y'all to sit over here and be afraid of people sending monitoring spirits, people sitting over here putting shit onto you. Although it can get deep. But the point of the matter is that, y'all, I want to call y'all attention to reality. This thing called reality. Y'all, we choose what we choose to believe in and what we accept into our reality. What does that mean? Let's use your ex as an example. Before you met your ex, did they exist? You didn't even know their name. You didn't know who they was. You didn't know their family. You knew nothing about those people. That's true. But the point of the matter is that as soon as you got yourself into a relationship with them, what happened? Now you started to care about this person. Now you started to develop feelings for this person. Now all of a sudden you started to, y'all catch me. Now they exist into your reality. So I want you to understand something. And KB, if you've never been into a relationship, we could use a pet as an example. Before you had a pet, guess what? You didn't know what a pet was. You never sat over here and you never, my little Georgia, she didn't matter to me because I didn't know who Georgia was. But then when I gave her a name, then all of a sudden she mattered. She came into my reality. It doesn't matter. But what I'm telling you guys is that what reigns true is that as quickly as we place people into our reality is as quickly as we can take people out of our reality. Now, what do I mean by that is guess what? Y'all know those little relationships that we had in high school, or maybe in college, or maybe even in middle school. Y'all know how eventually it gets phased out. Eventually we forget about it. Eventually it's just, and it's funny because they're trying to mess it up. It's funny, I'm losing connection, but it's okay. Message is gonna get out. It's okay. It's okay, because it's so funny. Whenever I'm really spitting, that's when people and everything tries to come in. But let me take it a step further. Is we back? Y'all good? We present? The live is good now? Okay. Now, let me take it a step further. The reason why I'm giving y'all these examples is because we choose to accept what it is in reality that we allow into our reality. That's the same thing with witchcraft. That's the same thing with what bothers us. That's the same thing within spell work. I want you to understand something. Just like how we sat over here and we allowed these past relationships to exist, it's just as quickly as we allowed them to fade away. Same thing with witchcraft. If we don't see it, if we don't acknowledge it, then guess what? It's not real. It's not in our reality. That's the same thing in Catch Me. That's the same thing with the badass mentality. Listen, I don't choose to be negative. That shit don't accept. I don't accept that. If people around me is trying to be negative, then guess what? They gotta go. Because that doesn't exist into my reality. Same thing with broke shit. Oh, you're broke, you're talking about that broke talk. That doesn't exist in my reality. I understand that right now my account might be in the negative. But the point of the matter is that does not mean that I'm broke. I'm not without. I know that I always have enough money when I need it. I know that, and catch me, y'all. Because this is what's really gonna help y'all. A lot of y'all need to sit over here and realize that you being broke is what exists in your reality because you choose to allow that to exist into your reality. Just like you can choose to sit over here and exist that you make $1,000 a month or $2,000 or $3,000. Let me tell you something. Just like you can choose to make $1 million a month. Yes, I said a month, but the point of the matter is that a lot of you guys are choosing hell over your blessings. A lot of the times y'all are choosing complicated ass relationships over your blessing. A lot of the times y'all are choosing to go through discomfort over your motherfucking blessing. Why? Because a lot of you guys only have been used to discomfort. Whether if that's you being broke, whether if that's you sitting over here being mistreated, whether that's insecurities being projected onto you. Point of the matter is that nobody ever educated you that you could shift your mind into believing that, listen, just because I came from a place where I was lacking doesn't mean I have to stay there. Just because just because I came from a broken home where my parents divorced doesn't mean that I'm going to bring that into my reality. That doesn't exist to me. Just because I came from a relationship, and catch me all, just because I went through a relationship where I was abused, lost a child, went and sat over here and thought that I really loved this person and I chose the wrong person, does not mean that the next time around I'm going to continue to choose bad people. Because that doesn't exist in my reality. What exists in my reality is knowledge from my past experiences in order to better me. What exists into my reality is the experience of lack that produced me to be wealthy. The experience that we got from life and living and being hurt. Oh, we can transmute that into nothing but fucking happiness and love and light. Why? Well, guess what? All of our life, they sat over here and told us that we should be sad and depressed about the shit that we went through in life. So guess what? Hence why we always sad every day. Why we depressed and shit. Why we can't get over breakups. We sat over here and I'm going to take it a step further. We sat over here and seen our parents go through heartbreak, but we never seen them really truly get through it because they never truly transmuted it. They just kept it within themselves. So hence we took that on with us as we became adults. But the point of the matter is that, y'all, I want you to understand something. We're adults now. We're grown now. We can choose what sits over here and exists into our reality. We can choose what makes us upset. We can choose what matters versus what doesn't matter. We can choose. We could choose our partner. We could choose where we live. Good night, beauty. We can choose, and catch me, y'all. We could choose where we work. We could choose what size we want to wear. We could choose if we want to sit over here and go gain some weight, lose some weight. We could choose. We could go choose if we want to go get surgery done. We could choose if we want to go change. We hate our nose. We could go switch our nose up. Polished. Why you want to be a baby again? And to be honest, Polished, the reason why I'm asking you that is because, catch me, you don't have to go back to being a kid in order for you to restart. You can restart right now in this evening. What do I mean by that? Imagine, Polished, and I love using this on myself. Imagine yourself as if you have memory lost. What happens if you go and, God forbid, you go get in a car crash and you don't remember who you are? What happens? You can't remember the passcode to your phone. You can't remember what your style was. You can't even remember your name. You don't remember past experiences that hurt you. You don't remember past nothing. You reset. Now, all of a sudden, you got to go through life refiguring out yourself, refiguring out who you are. What if instead of taking the traumatic experience of a car crash or whatever, what if we sit over here and we forget the hurt? Take the experience with us. Take the knowledge of the experience, but what if we forget the hurt part of us? And the reason why I say that is because a lot of the times the experience is what's going to educate us in order to make sure we don't make the mistake again. But where we fuck up at is that sometimes we continue to make the same mistake because we have yet to learn the lesson. Because and sometimes the lesson can be because we don't feel worthy of what we want. Sometimes the lesson could be, oh, okay, well, what's in over here? Sometimes it could be our environment. Sometimes it could be just literally a mental shit though. But the point of the matter is that the reason why I'm saying this, Polish, is that in this moment right now, if you sit over here and say, God, I just want you to reset me, reset my mind, reset the way I think about things, and really reset my perception on life. Reset my emotions, reset my heart. Back to when I was a little ass child, to where I loved everything. And the reason why I say that is because when you love and you vibrate at a frequency that's high as fuck, then you're going to attract nothing but love back. But the point of the matter is that what happens is that over time, and how you doing, G-Ma? How you doing, Jessica? What happens is that over time, where's your toy? Go get your toy. Go get your toy. Sorry, guys. I had to go do something real quick. Back to the message. I want y'all to understand something. You choose whatever it is that you want to, but the point of the matter, how you doing, Kia? How you doing, Adrian? I ain't seen you in a minute. And back to your question, because I didn't, Jessica, you said, so how do we forget? It's not that you want to forget. And technically, truly, you could truly brainwash yourself into forgetting if you really want to take it that far as psychologically. But I like to challenge you to sit over here and say, never forget your experience, but forget the hurt. And how you forget the hurt is by you going and sitting over here, going and healing the parts that hurt of you. Which means, aka, you have to go back to every moment where you were hurt, where you felt embarrassed, where you felt targeted, where you felt that you weren't enough, where you felt like, I'm sorry, babies. Sorry, y'all. Georgia wants to play right now. She's like, you said get your toy. I got the toy. But you have to sit over here and really bring up every part of you that has sat over here and that has hurt you. And then you got to go back and you got to coddle that person. Because guess what? You're no longer that person. It's funny, I separate, thank you, Blue. I separate the person that's to hurt me versus the person that is in catch me. That's the current me. Because current me is working through my hurt. Current me is no longer hurt. We just dealing with this shit. And even if I'm a little bit hurt, I'm not to the full extreme of hurt. You get me? The more we sit over here and we like, okay, and I'm gonna give you an example because I love examples. Let's say today, I want to tackle, and actually let's go into my personal example of some shit I tackled today, because I actually did a whole crying section because y'all, shadow work has been shadowing the fuck out of me. One of the things that I've been tackling is, I had to go back and remember, I was like, what part of it? Abandonment. Today I tackled my abandonment, and God is like, no, go back and reopen it and tell y'all what the fuck I was talking about. Okay. Which part? I guess I haven't opened my journal in a minute. I wrote down, nothing stays the same forever. We all have a weird, messy side of us that we never let out. When are you going to let it out? I said I said sometimes it's because God ordered me to. Life is about living and releasing what feelings lower your vibration. In my life, the feelings that lower my vibration are insecurity, fear, worry, being overly emotional, overeating, overreacting, embarrassment, rejection, depression, anxiety, hopelessness, being unproductive, being impatient, giving up, being selfish. Sometimes you have to learn when to say, this isn't for me, this isn't my path, or this isn't the time. My life work is all here from all of my lifetimes. And it says, I have the knowledge, wisdom, and courage. If things don't work out, it wasn't for them to align with me. There's always something bigger and better. Trust and faith, and it will be revealed. And the reason why I read that to y'all is because a lot of you guys have a lot of different things. I also wrote down, you aren't lazy, you're just resting, which actually triggered me to do this whole resting video. But the point of the matter is I want you to understand something. Nothing stays the same forever, but you also have to sit over here and realize, because of that, you got to sit over here and do the necessary work on yourself. You have to identify, like how I sit over here and literally, I wrote down, I made a list. If you think I'm lying, I made a list of things, pinpointed, of things that kept me in low vibrational energy. With you, your list could be, what are the things that hurt me? And from that moment, you sit over here and you go one by one, and you sit over here and go back and coddle that little girl or that little boy inside of you. Now, it's not the easiest thing to do, because today what I was coddling was my abandonment issues. And what was that? I'm gonna give you an example. One of my issues is I like things to be on my time when I want them to be on there, when I'm dating people, when I'm talking to people. If I get like the feeling like if I get the feeling of uncertainty, it bothers me. This is my personal example though. If I feel like I don't know how you feel, or if I don't know how to read you, it bothers me. I always want to be in the know. I always want to make sure everything is good at every moment. But I have to realize that when it comes to dating, you can't always know if things are good. You can't always sit over here and assume the worst in people. And that's another thing is sometimes I think, okay, when I don't get an immediate text back, I'm like, not even on no, yo, they could have sat over here and been in a car accident or no shit like that. But it's like, damn, like, are they even interested in me? It triggers an insecurity within me. But it's like, if you want a true healthy ass relationship, you can't be like that. And I think that and then it was like, okay, well, even from that, I know that I don't want to be like that no more. So how do I shift? How do I get that out of me? Well, I have to go back to sit over here and figure out, when did it start? Because when I was a little ass girl and I was a child, I never had insecurities before. I never sat over here and really ever thought that, like, I never thought that I had to chase people. And then I realized, well, y'all, I've been chasing people all my fucking life, and going back to my childhood. And I realized that because it was like, I felt like I was rejected. And then now, y'all, this is my personal example. Y'all have to find your own examples, but it's like, I felt like I was rejected by not only my family, specifically like my siblings and stuff like that. And it's like, it triggered me to always, they would be like, get away from me, like, go get out of my room. And it would be like me being always trying to be around. And then it's like, then that went to, okay, well, fuck it. If you're not going to appreciate me, then I'm going to go date people. And so then I found little ass boys, because guess what? Nobody wanted me around. So guess what? Now MySpace is here. Now Facebook is here. I can go find somebody. AIM is here. type shit. Y'all remember AIM, AOL, ASL? Point of the matter is, it's like there's Black Planet. Like, y'all don't want to entertain me? I'm about to go sit over here and go get my entertainment from somebody else. So what reigns true? I went and found little ass boys to go entertain me. And honestly, they was older than me. But the point of the matter is then it went from chasing my siblings to me dialing back from them to me chasing after little ass boys, not knowing no better. That's where it came from. And then it's like, okay, well, why the fuck do I have an anxiety behind why people don't respond to me when I want them to? And it's funny, it's only like, if it's been hours, it's not like an instant, because I'm not good at texting at all. But it's only if I notice it's been 3 hours and I'm like, big dog, it's been 3 hours and you ain't text me back. Like, it's a problem. But it's like, some people, especially in new connections, you gotta know, maybe they sit over here and work the night shift. And you don't even know that because y'all have yet to go that far in the conversation. But you made an assumption to sit over here and get these people out of their energy because you feel like you're being used. You made an assumption to make you seem like these people aren't interested in you when they're just busy. But that's a part of the rejection. That's a part of me sitting over here feeling like, well, I got to get rid of them before they get rid of me because the times past I've been ghosted. And let me tell you something. Well, that all triggers back to insecurity. And then that all triggers back to you sitting over here and I'm telling you, it all lines up. We can go back to fear. We could do worry. Where does worrying come from? Everything always comes back to a trigger moment within, like, where does shit come from? And it's like, this is just what I was working on today. But the point of the matter is that, y'all, when I tell you I cried today, y'all, I cried today. And it's not to be ashamed of crying. Like, some of us need to get, and really not even some of us, all of us have to be okay and learn how to cry through things. And it was like kind of like a boo-hoo, but it was like okay, I'm letting this part go. It's a release. And it's like, that's how you forget, Jessica, is you sit over. I hope I answered your question through the example, because it's like, you have to go back, you have to find it, but you also have to sit over here and make peace with it, release it, and be like, okay, I can't be like this no more. This no longer serves me. This no longer serves who I currently am. Because let me tell you something, Jessica, sometimes I have, and this is what actually triggered me to actually go and work on this today, is I have contradicting thoughts in my head, and two contradicting thoughts can't work. I have a contradicting thought that, oh, I could pull anybody else in the motherfucking world that I want to talk to. I could go walk up into the fucking supermarket, and if I want you, I'm gonna get you. But can I hold you? Because I can get your number, I could talk to you, I can entertain you, but then insecurity starts to creep up in my head, like, well, do they really like me? Am I just too much in control? And we went from texting back every day to sitting over here, and then now they're not really texting me back. You get me? Point of the matter is that that's my example, and it's a small example, but it was something that was big to me. The example was small, but I realized that I kept repeating that lesson. And I think that that's the biggest thing, is that when it comes to us evolving, you got to look at the things that continue to repeat. You have to look at the things that you want to sit over here and get rid of. You have to sit over here and look at, okay, and this is where you're accountable, y'all. You got to ask yourself, like, well, listen, I done went through about 7 different people, and you know, they all, either I done left them or they done left me. What's going on? And that's where you got to keep it a being with yourself. But the point of the matter is that a lot of us don't want to sit over here and keep it a being with ourselves, because a lot of us don't want to admit that we're actually truly hurt. It hurts to sit over here and actually admit that we got ghosted. And really, it's not that it hurts, it just hurts our ego. And what's funny is that it hurts, and this is the people pleasing in me, because I always wanted to be liked by everybody. Friends, relationships, siblings, everybody. I always wanted to be liked by everybody. And because of it, it sat over here, and it actually, I feel like in a sense, made me feel like I need to act a certain type of way in order to please people. But in reality, what it's like I have to unteach myself that shit, because it's like, I love being my true authentic self, but I have to realize that not everybody's gonna relate to me. I have to realize that not everybody's gonna fuck with me. I have to realize that a lot of people don't relate to me. And it's not even that a lot of people, I don't want to even say that, because I feel like a lot of people can relate to me, but it's just like, I know that I'm not going to be everybody's cup of tea, and that's okay. I have to realize that, listen, a person might find me attractive, but that doesn't mean that they view me as a wife. That's okay. I have to be okay with knowing that the people in my past, like, they fucked up. I was a good person to them, and I wasted time with them, and I have to be okay with wasting that time, because in a sense, it's all about perspective. If I view it as wasting time, then I'm going to be upset. But what if I view it as, well, they were saving me from catching STDs. They were saving me from getting pregnant by the wrong people. They were saving me from sitting over here having way worse experiences. They were saving me for my husband. They helped me. Everybody in the past, see, it's all about perspective, y'all. All the people I dated, they helped me. They helped me in order to prepare me for the person that I'm walking into. And the reason why they prepared me is because not only did they challenge me, but they also triggered me. And they triggered me to be a better me. And that's a part of life, y'all, is that the people that we get with are supposed to sit over here and trigger us in a good way, not a bad way. Sometimes it could be a bad way, but it's like, it's supposed to trigger us to do the work on ourselves. And what's funny is that a lot of you guys have to sit over here and look at experiences as, well, are you getting triggered to change in a positive way, or are you being triggered to change to be the same? Because there could be two types of triggers. Point of the matter is I want y'all to understand something. How you doing, Goldie? Let me go back to the comments, y'all, because I had stopped the comments and I was like, let me go back to reading. You said this was my talk with God last night, period. How you doing, Kia? How you doing, Jay? How you doing, Adriana? Beauty, I thought you said you was going to bed. Aiden said stopping to say hello. Hi, Chanel. Hi, Bree. Look at everybody sitting over here popping up in the chat. Hi, Monique. Hi, Sierra. Bitch, where your ass been? I ain't seen Sierra in a minute. I ain't seen you in a minute. Hi, Miss Cleveland, because I think your name is Sherry. And JC, I ain't seen you in a minute either. Goldie. I gotta sit over here and make sure. And Tessa and LD. Okay, all y'all motherfuckers is like, hey, what's up? Hi, Sierra. Hi, Monique. Okay, let me get back to the message, though. I want y'all to understand something. On some real shit, though. A lot of you guys have to sit over here and keep it so real with yourself when it comes to healing yourself, when it comes to shadow work, when it comes to you sitting over here working on your heart. And a lot of y'all have to sit over here and keep it a being with yourself as to what is in your heart that hurts. Thank you, Monique. And I think that that's the biggest thing is that a lot of y'all don't want to be real about what hurts y'all heart. A lot of y'all don't want to keep it a being with yourself about what it is that really truly affects y'all. A lot of y'all like to sit over here and say, I'm a boss, I'm cool, I can bounce back. But in reality, how many times can you bounce back from a motherfucker ghosting you? How many times can you bounce back from a motherfucker sitting over here saying you cool but you ain't no wife or you ain't no husband? How many times can you bounce back from a person that sit over here and that continues to use you? How many times can you bounce back from your mama telling you that you ain't shit? How many times can you bounce back from you sitting over here blaming yourself about other people's problems? How many times? Sarah, we're talking. Goldie, we're talking. So a lot of y'all keep sitting over here brushing y'all pain under the fucking rug, when in reality y'all need to sit over here and identify, like, no, bitch, you hurt me. Monique, we're talking. No, I'm hurt by that. A lot of y'all need to sit over here and identify it, and it's like and stop it within that moment. Now, easier said than done, because a lot of our pride likes to sit over here and say, big dog, I'm not hurt. But in reality, that's what society wants us to sit over here and believe, that if we identify that we are hurt, then we're being over emotional. That's the problem. And it's funny, that actually triggers me to want to go do another fucking reading. Write that down for later on. Guess it's time to do that one. I had a talk with a guy I used to date, and I remember he always used to sit over here and say, you're being so overly emotional. You're always being so, like, you're just doing too much. It's just too much. So internal. And I've had this talk too, because I've had friends where it's like, you know, you could just tone it down a little bit. So I had friends telling me that I just need to dial it back, and then I had relationships telling me to dial it back. But in reality, I've always been emotional. I've gotten a lot of relationships by being emotional, by showing feelings. I got in a lot of relationships by not showing feelings too, but what reigns true is that I was getting advice from people that didn't show emotions. I was getting advice from people that actually sat over here and told me to be cold-hearted. I was getting advice from people trying to, and not even a sense, not to diss my friends, because I understood what they were coming from, because they were giving me advice from their hurt place. But that's why you guys have to be careful about who y'all get advice from, because sometimes your mama is over here giving you advice from a hurt woman place. Sometimes your daddy is giving you advice from a hurt man place. Sometimes your best friend is giving you advice from a hurt girl place. Woman, y'all get me? And so I was getting advice from a lot of hurt people, but this one kind of did me in, because this was a guy that I was actually dating. And in turn, it triggered me to sit over here and actually start to mirror him. And I started to mirror him because I was like, well, I really did like the guy. And if I wanted to keep him around, then I had to sit over here and cooperate in a sense, right? But in turn, what I found is that the more that I sat over here and acted like I didn't care, one, the more I really did stop caring. But two, the more I realized that I was getting further away from who I was. And I didn't like that person. I didn't like the person. And what's crazy is because I go back and forth about if I really actually ever truly did like him. But it was more, that experience was more than just liking. And I know I need to do shadow work on it. But it's like, I just remember he would always say, if you stop being overly emotional, we will work so well. But the point of the matter is that, y'all, I want you to understand something. If you're dealing with somebody, and the reason why I'm telling y'all this is because if you're dealing with somebody that's telling you that you need to fix a core part of yourself, and I'm not talking about, well, I would like to make the argument, it doesn't matter how small it is, but I'm talking about something that's core to me, something, I'm a sensitive person. I know sometimes I don't always show it, but I am. Especially to people that I love, especially to the people that I care about. It's like, I'm emotional. I want to show my affection. I want to make sure we're always good. And one thing I realized is not everybody can accept that, but two, he wanted to change that about me, but that's something that made me beautiful. And I feel like a lot of the times us as people, we try to change for people, change core stuff about ourselves, when in reality, we're not supposed to be changing for anybody. They're supposed to sit over, we're supposed to realize that, okay, you're not my person and I'm not your person, no hard feelings, but I'm gonna call it quits here, instead of trying to conform to these people. But the point of the matter is that we fall in love with sex. We fall in love with what they look like. We fall in love, we try to make excuses for all the other good things that they have did in order to take away from the one bad thing or the one bad quality that they don't accept us for. But the point of the matter is that I want you to understand something. If they don't accept you for your flaws and your good shit, then they don't accept you at all. You gotta leave. My biased opinion. And the reason why is because it could be something as simple as, you should go straight in your hair. You should go, why? Why can't you accept me with my curly hair? Why can't you accept if I want to cut it short? You understand? And I feel like if there's people that are sitting over here trying to shift you, then those ain't your people. Unless they're sitting over here challenging you to become better. If the shift is for like, hey, yo, listen, I think you're being overly emotional in this meeting and it's gonna mess up this business deal. We talking money. We talking sense. But if we talking about our actual relationship, we talking about how we gonna raise our kids, we talking about how we about to do marriage, how we're talking about some shit that actually hurt me or some stuff that actually hurt you, well, we need to talk about it. But the point of the matter is what happens when you're dealing with a partner that doesn't want to talk about it? Or what happens when you're the person that doesn't want to talk about it? Well, then now you have, somebody's in the relationship, somebody's out of the relationship. Sounds like conflict to me. Manuk said, learned that I was holding on because of abandonment issues. It was like holding on to a cactus. And I'm telling you, Monique, sometimes we're clinging on to things for the sake of not losing anything, because all we're used to is losing things. I'm gonna say that again. Sometimes we cling on to things because we're afraid of losing another fucking thing, because all of our life, all we did was lose things. Always. So the point of the matter is that sometimes you have to realize that things are not about, well, let me go big. Things are not about whether, how do I want to say this? Because God keeps saying, reframe, reframe. What I'll say about abandonment is that, because I'm still working through this, abandonment is something that's triggered. God keeps shutting off my mind, so I'm gonna stop touching on it, because my mind keeps just getting shut off. So I guess I'm not supposed to be talking about that right now. All I would sit over here and say is that sometimes you have to sit over here and realize that it's time for you to go. And I think that that's the biggest thing is that when God reveals to you that it's time to go, you have to sit over here and actually put on your big girl panties or put on your drawers and leave. Even if abandonment is telling you not to. And I think that the only reason why abandonment tells you not to go is because you don't know what it feels like to truly be alone. And being alone is scary. Maybe some of you guys only know what it does feel like to be alone. Or you've been alone for maybe 3 days and you're like, yeah, I don't like that shit. But it's like you have to be comfortable, because some of you guys' next level is to be comfortable by yourself. Because in reality, what happens even if you do have a partner and your partner, God forbid, dies before you, you have to learn how to be okay by yourself. Your kids is grown type shit. I'm expecting that you guys live long lives. In reality, it's like some of you guys have been with people all your life, been around chaos all your life, and God is like, but I want peace for you. And the only way that you can attract peace within a partner is if you have peace within yourself. But a lot of you guys don't even know what true peace is. Shit, me neither. We're working on it. But the point of the matter is that some of you guys are not working on it. And that's the hard part. Is because some of you guys, it's like a partial few of you guys really don't know where to start. Some of you guys have been guided to start in a certain area of your life because it's been popping up. It's been, your mama keeps mentioning, they keep nitpicking, or you keep getting triggered about the same thing, and it's like, but you're still not starting. Some of y'all, it's just because you sitting over here, you're so depressed, and it's like, shit, it's like some of y'all have given up. And to be honest, it's like, well, you gotta start. It's fucked up, and it's like, and I know y'all are probably watching me like, bitch, that's not an answer. That's the answer. You said you want a relationship. Well, you gotta start by being out of a relationship, because you gotta deal with everything that has hurt you. You have to deal with why you keep accepting bullshit. You have to deal with why you keep sitting over here accepting half-ass energy. You have to deal with why you're not living in the moment, why you're not even happy with your friend groups when you go out. You have to realize why it's not fun to even go out anymore. You got to realize why you hate your job. It's like it seems like it's so small, but eventually you realize that every part of your life fucking sucks. And then if every part of your life fucking sucks, then it's like, don't you want to make it better? Some of you guys don't. And the reason why you don't is because you don't know what it feels like to actually have love in your life. You don't know what it actually means to actually have money in your account. You don't know what it actually means to not be distracted. Some of you guys don't know what it means to actually truly be in a real commitment. Some of you guys don't know how to sit over here and choose a career path. Some of you guys don't know how to sit over here and spend time by yourself. Some of you guys don't even know what it means to have a hobby. Some of you guys don't don't know what it means to raise children. And that's because your parents didn't raise you correctly. Some of you guys don't know how to really have a real relationship with God. No, I'm not sitting over here saying you got to go to church every Sunday, but you need to sit over here and not only ask that man or that woman, whatever you identify God as, the universe, or even if you believe in the fucking devil. You got to sit over here and realize that shit, if you want something to change, you got to be that change. And you also have to sit over here and realize that everything that's happening in your life is a mirror reflection of who the fuck you are. And that's a hard pill to swallow, is that we attract what we are. If we're good people, we attract good people. If we're bad people, we attract bad people. But sometimes when you're good people, you can still attract bad shit, because there was a time when you were bad. So guess what? You still left a patio door open for your bad to creep back in. But the point of the matter is that you got to learn to close that fucking door. And how do you close that door? You don't let your past creep back in. It's not because you're ashamed of your past. Hear me. It's not because you're ashamed of your past. It's because your past no longer serves you. Your past no longer exists. You learned all your past lessons. Now it's time to move on to other lessons. You got other lessons on this next level. You have other assignments on this next level. It's time for y'all to love again. It's time for y'all to experience again. It's time for y'all to sit over here and get new clothes and shit. Like, it's time for y'all to change y'all last names, or you change the last name of somebody else. It's time. The next level is here. And even if y'all are sitting over here like, girl, I done already did that. I done already went and did the marriage shit. I done did the family whole thing. We done raised kids, had properties and all of that. Okay, so then what does the next level look like to you? Getting out all that hurt because you chose the wrong partner to do that shit with anyway. Life is not about you being by yourself. Yes, by yourself to heal, yes. But permanently, no. All y'all know want to sit over here and have cats and eat Vienna sausages because it's fucking easy. But the point of the matter is that the reason why we have people is because they are supposed to trigger us to be better. The people we have, the reason why we have interactions, the reason why we talk to each other, the reason why we get insight from our friends, from relationships, from anybody, is to plant seeds. And not only just plant seeds, it's also to sit over here and make sure that we're aligning with fucking God, and making sure that we're on our purpose, or we're on our path, or we're getting close to it. Or even if that fucking, it's a reminder to us to sit over here and realize, we're not going the wrong way, or we're going the wrong way. How can you identify that you're going the wrong way if you sit over here and you're by yourself? You can't. A lot of you guys like to sit over here and say you can't, but you can. And the reason why is because when you're by yourself and you only have one self-thought, you're always going to think you're right. You're always going to think that you did nothing wrong. You're always going to sit over here and think that, you know what's best for your life. But in turn, what happens when you don't? What happens when in reality somebody comes along and they challenge your opinion and they prove to you that you are wrong? Then you get in your feelings and you get hurt. But in reality, you get triggered. And it's not to trigger you in a bad way, although a lot of you guys take it in a bad way. A lot of you guys start to feel oppressed and shit like that. It's not to make you feel that way. It's to sit over here and make you realize that you're not supposed to do life alone. It triggers you to sit over here and realize there's something you forgot to work on. You 50 years old now, and you sitting over here haven't even dealt with your mama issues. You've been on this earth 50 years and haven't healed from your mama's pain, and now your mama done passed over. Or maybe she's sitting over here living fucking clear across the fucking world, and you don't even speak to her. But on holidays, birthdays, and that's it. Why? Pick up the fucking phone. Whew, sorry. I was channeling. I went in the whole days, y'all. I done left and came back. Okay. Let me read. Tara said I'm very emotional. You just gotta work. There's nothing wrong with being emotional. It's just you gotta learn when to be emotional. It doesn't feel safe to be with people like that. You better say that. Exactly, Goldie. And I think that that's the biggest thing, because you're taking it a step further. That's why I fuck with all of y'all, because a lot of the times we're not with people that make us even feel safe. That's a whole nother bar. Whether if that's our parents, relationships, or friendships. Sometimes we don't feel like we're in a safe environment in order to actually communicate our thoughts. But that's a whole nother problem within itself. Then you have to ask yourself, well, why don't I have people around me that support me? Oh, you support me when you want to go out and drink, but you don't support me when I'm actually going through shit. And it's not, and sometimes, y'all, because sometimes you have to realize that it's not because they don't want to. Some of the people don't want to, but sometimes it's not because they don't want to, it's because they don't know how to. Because a lot of the people that surround you haven't yet to do their own fucking work. How do I know that? It's just because you sit over here and you attract what you are. You attract the friendships you have. Guess what? If they sit over here, they're starting to work on themselves, you're going to see them change. You're going to start seeing them shift. And then guess what? Because you're not working on yourself, you're going to be like, girl, you acting different. When in reality, they're doing the work. And then those people you start to see phase out of your life. Why? Because they're doing the work and they realize that all the old conversations that y'all used to have about Tom, Dick, and fucking Harry don't matter no more. They realize that there's more to life than just relationships. There's more to life than just misery. Or this is you. But the point of the matter is that as you evolve, if you're around people that don't want to evolve, and in turn they really want to drag you down and put you back in your same place where it is misery, well then guess what? Well, now you don't have a safe place to sit over here and even elaborate how you feel or your thoughts on anything, because everybody's always going to be like, girl, shut up. You on that Buddhist shit. Girl, shut up. You on that whole Jesus talk, whatever it is that you believe in. All because you done found fucking happiness. They done tried to blame it on God and shit. Like, damn. Because I want to be happy and don't want to talk about miserable shit. Nah, I'm a fucking... It's funny. But then it just challenged you to show, well, we're going to agree to disagree. I don't want to disrespect you, but you can no longer be in my immediate circle because I choose to live my life in happiness. With love. I choose to believe in love again. Some of your friends don't believe in love. I choose to sit over here and fucking, I choose not to be weary or fucking hopeless no more. Some of your friends sit over here and still think that it's cool to go use other people. Y'all get me? Some of y'all friends think it's okay to still go sleep with everybody. And hey, let me tell you something about sleeping with people. There ain't nothing wrong with sleeping with people, but just know you transferring fucking energy. Just sleep with the right people, okay, babes? The reason why I say that is because, catch me, I love sex. I'm not no innocent motherfucking patty up on here, married, telling y'all never to go have sex. Never. But the point of the matter is that I am spiritual, and I do say that, listen, there are some people out here that can take your motherfucking energy. Sometimes you won't know until fucking you know. You over here like, why the fuck am I over here dead? Sad and depressed. It's like the next day you all happy and glad, and then that following day you like, bitch, I feel depressed as fuck, baby. That's not your energy. Somebody transferred that shit onto you. You sitting over here worried about where your luck went. Everything went luck. You done been having luck all fucking week. You done fucked one person. Now all of a sudden you done got in a car crash. And you like, bitch, what the fuck happened? You gotta be careful. That's why I sit over here and say there's nothing wrong with having sex. Just know who you having sex with. Be able to call your demon by that motherfucking name. Because oftentimes, let me tell you something. And what's funny is that everybody always likes to sit over here and say that people that's so toxic have the best fucking sex. But that's not fucking true. People that really fucking love you fucking have the best sex. People that sit over here and you could really fuck them how you wanna. You ain't gotta be on that toxic shit. Even though I know what that toxic shit do. Like, all that toxic shit be. I keep wanting to say it be hitting. But, and I think I could say that because I went through it, but I also know what it feels like to have sex with people that actually truly love me, and that feels better to me than just having dick that's not my dick to have. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Not us having sex talk on fucking TikTok. All right, y'all, let's get into the reading. Let's get into collective real quick. Hi Kim. You said losing so many things around the same time, but that's a reality check, Jay. I want you to hear me really quickly. When you start to lose a whole bunch of things around the same fucking time, it means that it's time to switch up. Like it's like you didn't switch the shit up that God said over here and told you to switch up. So guess what? Then God came in and wrecked your motherfucking life up. Not to hurt your feelings and not to sit over here and say that you was doing life wrong. It's just it was time for you to move on. Okay? You say yes, 3 years single, and the piece is very different for me, Goldie. But then you also have to realize, Goldie, you done did 3 years. I'm talking like you done did a bid. You done did 3 years. Now it's time for you to come back into union. But only come back into union when you're ready to. Of course, we're not forcing anything. But the point of the matter is that you have to sit over here and realize, did you do that 3 years actually working on yourself? Or did you do 3 years avoiding? Because that's a whole nother motherfucking conversation. You said, I was just about to say that. I don't know where to start. Okay, we talked about that. Having a man has always been a comfort zone and a safe space for me. I think that was the same thing for me at a point in time too. And I think that's why I've been spending, this time, I've been intentionally single. But times in the past, yo, call me Chef Boyardee. Cause, baby, what you talking about? Me? Not have a man? What is you saying? Me? And more so, it wasn't even about having a man. I just wanted somebody to fuck on, y'all. I really did. I think I used to be a reformed sex addict. But then that's the whole thing. I did a whole shot of work on that too, and I realized that, don't get me wrong, the act of intimacy is cool. I love it still, but it's more so of at a time period, okay, we talking about it. At a time period, I felt like that's all I could really truly offer somebody because I didn't know how to show my emotions to people. Does that make sense? Yeah, I went through very different periods in my life, and that's why I could talk about it is because there was a time and moment where it was just like where I wasn't overly emotional, where it was like I didn't know how to show my emotions. I didn't know how to communicate. And I'm like, but I could put this pussy on you. Or I could put the poom poom on you. Drive all the guys crazy. But in turn, what happens? I'm hearing, gotta stop getting fucked up. I'm hearing Jasmine Sullivan, get it together, bitch. You don't know who you went home with, again. Was he a friend? A friend of a friend? But, man, I'm so grateful for all my fucking experiences, y'all. All of my experiences. Because no matter how much shit has hurt, like, y'all, if y'all get through that shit, you be like, return of the Mac. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get on live and have a conversation with y'all about the hoes one day. Cause y'all, I know we be doing this spiritual shit and doing cards and shit, but y'all, Charlie back in the day, and when I mean back in the day, I mean like a few months ago too. But nah, Charlie back in the day used to fucking, not even used to, like, still pull hoes. It's just I'm so selective about who the fuck I talk to. I'm so selective because I begin to ick off of any fucking thing. I be like, you don't know how to conversate? Yeah. Bitch, you don't believe in anything? Even if it's nothing. Like, I just, like, and that's the funny part. If you could sit over here and, like, I think I'm just a conversationalist. Because, like, if you can tell me and you don't believe in nothing, but you have a solid-ass argument about not believing in nothing and believing in the trees, shit, believing in Satan, I want to talk to you. And the reason why is because tell me why you think the way you motherfucking think. Like, that's how I know I'm sick in the head. But some of these people, they be so fucking boring. Fuck a look, because everybody's attractive nowadays. I mean, some people are, some people aren't. But it's like, but can we talk? Can you teach me some shit? Like, can you fuck? These motherfuckers be... Actually, you know what? Past encounters, I've actually been having really good sex. But I say all this to say, the ones that are emotionally unavailable got all that love in they dick. Anyway, I've said too much. Y'all, is this a safe space? Are we safe spacing it today? How you doing, Melanin? I didn't even know you was up in here. Hi, Fruity. Whew. You said succubus. You said I don't trust myself right now, so I had to lock it up because I stay getting the toxic. I feel you, Shantae. Me too. I'm actually celibate right now. So now don't ask me how long I've been celibate, because I done started my celibacy over like 3 times. But I digress. But y'all, this is the real me. This is why I love being on here and talking to y'all, because y'all, bitch, there ain't nothing fake about me. Bitch, you want to talk about me? We could talk about me. Haters, you want to talk? Let's talk. You want to know tea? Let's tea. Because I'm going to tea on myself before y'all can tea on me. You said, do you do court questions? Oh, card questions? Yeah. It's a bit for sure. I was actually working on myself. That's good. I love people that work on themselves. Just make sure you're working on the right shit, bitch. Don't keep working on the same thing. If you over abandonment, then move the fuck on. Kim, what you laughing at? It ain't that funny. You say it be so damn good. Y'all is funny. You said I'ma tune in. You said not back in the day, a few months ago. Listen, I'm keeping it a bean, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all a short story because I fuck with y'all. How many people in here? Okay, it's not that many. So back in the day, y'all, I don't know if I like younger dudes or older dudes, to be honest, or even my age dudes. And the reason why I say that is because I don't know what it is. I feel like, y'all, I'm gonna keep it a bean. I'm gonna tell y'all a secret of secrets, because the spiritual baddies don't want to give it up, but I'm gonna give it up today. The more that y'all heal yourself, and the more like y'all become like cool and shit. Like, don't get me wrong, we all got trauma, we all got shit we gotta work on, right? Always. But like, the more you actually actively do the work, let me tell you, the to my women, because I was gonna say to my masculines, you too, just flip it. And to my femmes, what I mean is the schlong, oh, he gets good. It don't matter. Young, it's like the more, I'm telling you, the more you work on yourself, the more you get in tune, you start loving yourself, you start feeling yourself, I'm telling you, you attract the motherfuckers. And speak it out. I don't attract no schlong that's not long, strong, and grown. Okay, anyway, long story less long. And to my masculine, same with you. You start working on yourself, the poom poom be slap. I'm telling you. The point of the matter is that a lot of the times we sit over here and think that it only comes from a toxic place. Sometimes it does, but sometimes it does not. Anyway, that's all I had to say today. Okay, anyway, let me go back up to the questions, because y'all been asking questions. You said, can you please, hold on, wait, I missed a question. You said, can we talk? And that song was playing in the head at the time. You say, can you please put me on to the meditation music you play? I'm trying to fall asleep today. Girl, go to YouTube and put in frequencies. This one is the heart chakra though. But I really love 528 for hertz. But that might, if you're just starting off listening to hertz, I would recommend like 4. Should start at a lower hertz. Because let me tell you something. I am about fully commitment, bitch. I started at 432. 432 hertz is actually like the recommended one you listen to regularly. But sometimes I know, like when I was putting my mom onto hertz, she was like, I can't do it. It's too much. It's too much. Sometimes it be too much for people. So, Fruity, just play around with it on YouTube. If you notice you can't sit over here and you can't fall asleep to hertz or some shit like that, switch it. Try to go lower. Okay? Okay. You say, yes, we are, girl. Yes, this is a safe space. Songs, please. You say, I'm very celibate, girl. Me too. I just love talking to Biddy. I'm telling you, I'm a reformed sex addict. Like, that's why God knew to put me in them long ass relationships. Let me tell you something. I did like a 6-year back to back, 3 to 3, and even after we was dibbling and dabbling, so longer than that. But the reason why I say that is because y'all, I like fucking. So either I'm gonna get it from you or I'm gonna get it from somebody. But it's funny, I always fell into some shit. I never just fuck no random. No, I'm lying. There's like one time. I did like a one-night stand, but I don't recommend it because what do you mean? Ugh. It's not even about the ick. It's just I like knowing people and shit like that. Dick is dick, but yeah. Anyway, I'm about to get into the part. Yeah, I've been bullshitting like bullshit. I ain't even gonna lie. You said how much for the card reading? I'm gonna sit over here. I'm about to do a collective, and then I'm gonna get into the personal right after that. Okay. Thank you, Queen. I appreciate it. You said I actually love them all. Okay, I caught up on the comments. I was just trying to catch up on the comments, y'all, because I wanted to make sure I was talking. Because y'all, I literally I haven't been talking to y'all asses. I just been get in, get the fuck out. Maybe some of y'all is dealing with that shit. Is y'all dealing with energy that's getting in and getting the fuck out? If so, maybe you need to look at yourself, because maybe some of y'all truly don't want commitment. Okay. Now, y'all, I'm about to sit over here and get into the collective message. Okay. And then if you guys want to sit over here and join the list for personals right after the collective, you could donate to my Cash App or donate to my link in my bio. Y'all already know the list already gets long, so start that shit now. Okay. Start that shit now. I don't want to hear y'all talk about, girl, how many lists? How long is the list? I don't want to hear none of that. Okay. Let's go. Channel messages. I feel the need to sit over here and say some of you guys are at literally a crossroads right now. And I feel the need to sit over here and tell y'all that if you are at a crossroads right now, you should choose the best one that seems doable. No pun intended. And the reason why I say that is because I feel like a lot of you guys are just stuck in the middle, but the point of the matter is that you gotta choose, you gotta move, you gotta choose. And even if you sit over here and you turn around and it's like, and it's funny, I had a dream and I literally was like, I got in the car and it was like I was heading to California. So some of you guys could be from California. Some of your names could be K. I see Kaz. I see TK. I see S by itself. I'm getting like Simone. I'm seeing Tom. Terry. I see TA. But anyway, I got in the car in my dream. I also see Z. C2. CO. O by itself, L, and F, H2. I was thinking about a guy named Harold earlier. I wonder how Harold's doing. Anyway, back to my dream. I'm so just distracted. Daniel 2 or Daniela, or D names. You gotta love a good D. Also, Greg. I said Greg randomly today. I really only know one Greg, and he was a family member, so there's that. Anyway, the reason why I'm telling y'all about this dream is because I literally got in the car and I was heading to California, and I was like, no, because I gotta go do something at 6 a.m. So 6 a.m. could be significant. And I literally turned around, but I was like in the car driving for like 2 hours in my dream. I was like, just turn the fuck around. So some of you guys, the reason why I'm telling you that is because even if you sit over here and you choose a path and you make up your mind that, listen, this is not the right path, and God will make it clear. People will be weird, experiences will be weird, everything will be weird. Trust me. Turn around, go the other fucking way. Okay. Channel for collective, what they need to know right now. Yeah, a lot of you guys are unbalanced right now. A lot of you guys need to sit over here and figure out what your center is. But not only that, I feel like the need to sit over here and tell you that, where'd the card go? It's over here just disappearing and shit. Ooh, some of you guys are just disappearing and shit. Is they okay, so we're gonna start here. I want y'all to understand something. Some of y'all is disappearing from your blessings actually coming in. What do I mean by that? Some of you guys are manifesting shit but not sticking around long enough or not putting forth the action to actually see that shit manifest. And what I mean by that is that a lot of you guys don't believe in yourself. A lot of you guys don't believe in love. A lot of you guys are unbalanced. And it's funny, I'm gonna use an example because God has given me this example in my head. A lot of you guys are not sitting over here actually, like for example, you meet a new person, you meet a new guy, a new gal, whatever. You meet new love, but the point of the matter is that this is actually your true fulfillment. This is actually something that you actually truly manifested. But the point of the matter is that you don't believe it though. You're unbalanced like shit. You don't believe that this is the one. It's like you think that, and it's like based off of your past experiences, you always been fucked over. So why would this one be the one this time? Based on your past experiences, why would, like, it's like they cheated on me. Why do I deserve this? take it as it resonates. But the point of the matter is that now when y'all was manifesting, you believed. But then now when the time actually comes, you run into this person in a grocery store, you run into this person at Target, you run into this person in the gym, whatever. Now this person enters into your life and it's like, whoa, I manifested this. I wrote you down in my journal. I was talking about my perfect person to my best friend. I was talking about my perfect person. And now this person presents itself and you don't think that it's them. Why? Because you don't feel worthy. Why? Because you sit over here and you get overly emotional and ruin connections. Okay. You get overly emotional enough and sit over here and self-sabotage because they're not texting you back on time. Oh. You sit over here and because they can't go on a date on Tuesday and they just change it for Wednesday, now all of a sudden you can't say yes to the date because they playing with me. You're making excuses, babe. Okay? Channel for collective. Now, y'all, if this is not going on in your life, then guess what? This ain't your reading. Scroll the fuck up. Yeah, a lot of you guys suffer from actually coming up with a clear vision. Confirmation. And bless you, sweetheart. I want you to understand something. Bless you. We getting confirmations up in this bitch tonight, okay? I'm not just saying true. Some of you guys lack faith. I'm gonna keep it a being with you. Some of y'all actually lack fucking faith. Courtney, we're talking. Some of y'all sit over here and lack vision. Some of you guys are not sitting over here planning far fucking ahead enough to even believe that this motherfucking emperor is your emperor. Why? Because you got burnt in the past. Why? Because your mama sat over here and told you in the past that, listen, that's not the one. Your best friend told you that's not the one. Because your best friend is sitting over here telling you, listen, love ain't out here no more, big dog. Or even if this is a business venture, because now I'm getting business too. It's like maybe somebody told you that that's not a good business investment, or that's not a good stock to fucking buy, or like it gets deep. So now all of a sudden y'all could have sat over here and been talking about it with a business partner over dinner type shit. You get me? And then now all of a sudden they sitting over here telling you, no, don't do that. But your intuition, your gut of guts told you to do that shit. You manifested it. You seen it in a dream. Now all of a sudden you going against your own intuition. That's lack of clarity, babe. So that makes your three of pentacles go to a motherfucking 2. You fumbling. You're fumbling it. And really it makes your 10 go to a 3. And let me show you why. I have the 10 of Pentacles out here, but then it went to a 3 because you lacked vision. It went to a 3. Some of you guys literally had that investment in the motherfucking bag, but you didn't believe you had it. Some of y'all investment was in this relationship. Some of these, it was the perfect fucking person for you. They was sexy. They was fucking fine as fuck. They had class. They sat over here, and even if they ain't even on that classy shit, like they was just enough. Like even they flaws was like, baby, I got you. Like, cause you know we get the ick quick right now. Like everybody sit over here and get the ick, okay? But the point of the matter is that this, it's like y'all didn't believe that love. When love popped up, y'all didn't believe the shit. Y'all got the ick. Why? Because they work too much. Why? Because they sat over here and they actually have a healthy relationship with hanging out with their friends and shit, and you didn't like that shit. Your girlfriend said, no, he must be out on another date, when in reality that man was out there getting that money. That girl was out there making, and it's like he was over here making plans. She was making plans for the future, and you sat over here and blocked their ass because you didn't believe it. Why? Because your grandmama had a dream. Dr. Martin Luther King had a dream. And you know what's crazy? I said living the dream. That's what my shirt says. So it's not about a dream. Some of you guys need to be paying attention to your dreams. I feel like some of you guys actually don't have clarity on where you want to go, so therefore you can't manifest. I want you to understand something. Sometimes you sit over here and lack vision because you lack, and it's like your lack of effort and your lack of knowing, your lack of even trying is what I'm hearing is actually, and even I'm hearing lack of planning too, is what's actually triggering you guys not to receive what it is truly for you. I'm hearing you just need a plan, baby. Give me a plan. For some reason I'm hearing the song by Big Sean. Some of you guys could be from Michigan. I'm hearing the song where he said two things, because he just gave me 2 songs. If you're doing what you want in your in the meantime, then that means your dream already happened. So some of you guys don't understand that you're living in your dream. Some of you guys lack actually like a mentor. Some of you guys lack actually having people that's surrounding you in this moment. Like you guys lack, like actually sitting over here, I'm getting lack. You lack faith, but not only like the people around you lack faith too. And for some reason I want to say maybe you lead a team and they don't have faith in you because you don't have faith in the team either. It starts within you. They don't believe in the relationship because you don't believe in the relationship. You don't even know that you the one, like they really had big hopes from you and you just friend zoned them out of fear. I'm hearing it's a 2-minute warning. And that's by Big Sean and Janae Aiko. And I think Big Sean is a Scorpio and Janae is a Pisces. When you call me. Is there anything else for collective? If you guys, as I mentioned before, if you guys want a personal right after collective, donate to my Cash App or donate to my link in my bio. You already know the list get long, so I don't want to hear y'all little shit. I'm gonna talk about, is it my turn yet? Is it my turn? I want y'all to understand something though. A lot of you guys are so used to sitting over here winning stupid ass fucking prizes. A lot of you guys aren't used to getting your dreams fucking to come true. You're not. A lot of y'all are used to being shortchanged. But if I'm telling you within this moment, if I tell you by tonight, if I'm giving the courage to y'all right now, if I'm telling y'all right fucking now that y'all, tonight is the night. Tonight is the night that your motherfucking blessing is coming in. Tonight is the night where you can manifest. Baby, we celebrating. If I'm telling you right now, tonight is the night for you to sit over here and manifest. And I'm not telling you to manifest no little shit. I'm talking about manifest some big shit. Could you do it? Can you turn this 1 into a motherfucking 10? Could you do it? If I say, I'm going to give you all the fucking equipment that you need. I'm going to give you everything that you need in order to make this 1 a motherfucking 10. If I tell you, I'm going to give it to you. We live in the dream. Could you balance your emotions enough in order to see it through? Or are you going to sit over here and fumbling? Are you going to believe me? Are you going to turn your back? Is you going to turn your back to me sitting over here giving you the power? Me giving you the tools? Is you going to turn your back because you overly emotional? Is you going to turn your back because your friends say, listen, you don't got enough money to make that money move. You don't got enough money to move. You don't have enough money to sit over here and follow your dreams. You don't have enough money to live the dream. When in reality, in this moment, you're surrounded around people that you love. In reality, all you got to sit over here and do is start balancing your emotions and start acting like who the fuck you are in order to sit over here and get the love of your life. All you got to sit over here and do is start being ambitious and get your ass out there and start networking in order to get this investment. Do you not know that you already have everything that you need? You're equipped. If I told you that, if I'm equipping you with this knowledge, will you take this shit? No, not right now. You don't have $1,000 in your hand. Maybe right now you don't got the love of your life in your motherfucking phone right now. You don't got that number saved yet. But if I told you, if you manifested tonight, I don't give a fuck about what the moon is. If I told you, go get a motherfucking candle, get your incense, sage your fucking house up real quick, get your little crystal, protect your candle, and you write down your wishes. Matter of fact, some of y'all, if y'all want love, some of y'all already know who y'all perfect person is. If you rip that page out of your journal, or you write down that shit and you go put it under your motherfucking candle, and you make your wish tonight, Will you believe that you will get it by tomorrow? Do you? Because within the cards, I'm seeing you got everything that you need. But your emotions, and I'm going to keep it a being with your emotions is like, and I'm going to take it to a business stance. I'm not giving you $1,000. I'm going to give you $100. What you going to do with it? Can you turn that $100 into $200? Show me you could do that, and then we could talk. Some of you guys is like, some of y'all starting off with $10. But the point of the matter is God isn't over here saying, but I planted a seed in your mind on what you can do in order to grow that $10 into 100, and then 100 into 1,000, and then 1,000 into 10,000, and then 10,000 into 100,000, and then to the mill. But the point of the matter is that y'all don't want to sit over here. Y'all don't believe that y'all don't believe that is the seed that's gonna make you live your wildest motherfucking dreams. Why? Because deep down inside, y'all, no matter if it's love that you want, no matter if it's finances, what you want, y'all don't feel like you worth it. Y'all don't believe it. So therefore, it's not manifesting. Why is it not manifesting? Because, baby, your emotions, fuck materialistics, fuck love for a second. The only way you could get whatever it is that you want out of life is if you vibrate high. And to my people that's not even spiritual, that means AKA, you gotta feel like you gonna make it. I'm hearing Just Gotta Make It by Trey Songz. Nobody thought that Trey Songz would be as big as he was. Nobody thought Drake would be as big as they were. They had to believe in themselves before. They had a vision before type shit. Let's take away who they are and their character and what they're doing now, because I know there's a lot of controversy behind both of those people, but I want y'all to understand something. Same thing with Michael Jordan. Who knew a kid from the South, or I forget where the fuck he's from. I feel like he's from the South. I think he's from like Alabama or something. But who knew he would be as big as he was? Who knew? Earl Boykins, 5'3". If y'all are basketball people, play for the Denver Nuggets. 5'3" would make it to the NBA. You had to be 6 foot and plus. 6'5" for real. Who knew? The point of the matter is that they knew, because they believed in themselves. And guess what? Maybe in this moment you don't have the team. You don't got the number of the love of your life. You don't have the finances in order to finance that business. You don't got you don't have enough money to bring in people that you need. But I'm telling you right now, you have enough to start. And by you having a vision and you sticking to your vision, no matter if it's love or no matter if it's finances, you're going to attract people that will do that shit for free. You don't even know that the reason why your finances ain't came in is because you got to find love first. Y'all don't want to hear that though. Because a lot of y'all is about money. Fuck a bitch, it's about money, huh? But some of y'all don't realize that y'all are meant for fucking the riches. But the point of the matter is that I need you to find your person that's not going to take half your shit. A person that's not going to leave your side. But a lot of y'all have dealt with people that have slept with your best friends, that have chose other people over you, that have made you feel unworthy, that have sat over here and made you rethink, like, is love even real? Did they even love me for me, or did they only love me for what I could give to them? That's your experience. But the point of the fucking matter is that now God isn't over here saying, but I gave you that experience, take the hurt out of it. Now I gave you the knowledge to sit over here and say, guess what, big dog? I gave you the knowledge that, and really I gave you the knowledge to discern that motherfucker's full of shit. So if you see somebody, maybe it's not the same person, but it might be the same person, you can discern that person is not for you. Why? Because you done been played before. See, a lot of y'all sit over here and be so motherfucking mad at being played, and sitting over here, y'all be mad at the fact, and it really be y'all ego that be mad at y'all being embarrassed. But the point of the matter is that you didn't even realize that through the embarrassment, through y'all getting played, y'all learned to never fucking get played again in your life. That's the motherfucking seed. Bitch, you can never play with me in my life. Some of y'all, that's a business deal. Some of y'all had a business deal that was supposed to make it, but it didn't because y'all had a bad investor. You had a shitty ass business partner. You didn't, it's like there was a few things you didn't even know about, but guess what? You gained the knowledge. You learned the motherfuckers. Maybe it was a law thing type shit. Maybe you didn't have the right fucking, for some reason I want to say the right bill, but it's like you didn't have the right, like you had a restriction. You didn't know what it took in order for you to get a trust type shit. You didn't know that you shouldn't be getting an LLC, you should be getting a corp type shit. It's like, but you know that now. You only learned that by your shit failing though. You only learn, and that's what life is about, y'all, whether it's within love or business or however, whatever it is you're working towards. Even within weight loss. You only learn by what the fuck does not work, and then you don't do that shit again. You don't trust those people again. You're able to identify, oh, you're faulty. But I want you to understand something. You guys have been so good with being able to shit out all the fucking people that's bad for you that you start thinking that the people that's actually good for you is bad too. And that's where you fucked up at. You're not able to identify the good people from the bad people no more, baby. You want to know why? Because you guys stopped allowing love in. You stopped saying no. You gave up on your business plan. You said, well, if I failed one time, I'm not doing it again. Some of you guys failed 2 times. Y'all had 2 businesses. You like, well, I'm not meant for business. No, baby, by that 3rd time, you don't even know you were supposed to make that 100. You were supposed to be a billionaire type shit. And no, I'm not hyping y'all up. I'm telling y'all that no matter how y'all are doing life, y'all not doing life right because y'all gave up. So if I told y'all tonight that by tomorrow that you're equipped with everything that it is that you need in order to bring in love, in order to start again, would you believe me? Some of y'all are gonna go, because now I feel like maybe y'all could have just watched Gridiron Game. Because I feel like quoting the movie, he said, some of y'all are going to sit over here and die up on this motherfucking field, not ever knowing what true love felt like, because y'all been hurt by love, because y'all was genuine, good ass people. And y'all never decided to give that good, genuine heart away to nobody else. Some of y'all are going to die like that. Some of y'all is going to make it to college. Some of y'all is going to love again. But some of y'all is going to settle for a motherfucker that feel okay. You know that they not the best, but they okay. That's your comfort level. Some of y'all gonna settle for comfort. Some of y'all gonna take the motherfucking risk though. Some of y'all's gonna take the motherfucking risk and be like, listen, you're a good gal, you're a good guy, but you not for me, baby. And I wish you nothing but well. I gotta go find the love of my fucking life, or the love of the life is gonna come. And y'all don't even know that by y'all rejecting the person. Because a lot of y'all, where y'all fuck up at is that y'all settle for people that y'all are comfortable with, but these comfortable people don't compliment you. That means these comfortable people don't inspire you. They don't trigger you to grow. They basically just sit over here and they enable you. They're okay with whatever, babe, whatever you want to do, cool. Where's the growth in that? I had a friend text me today and I was like, I didn't go to the gym today because, I didn't go to the gym last night because I didn't get done cooking Georgia, and Georgia's my dog, her food till 2 a.m. He was like, it sounds like an excuse to me. You are absolutely motherfucking right. You are absolutely right. It is an excuse. Thank you. I need friends. And that's the biggest thing too, because sometimes it's not just about love, it's about friends. Y'all need people that hold y'all accountable, not people that sit over here and enable you. And then you gotta take the motherfucking leap. I stopped going with cards, y'all. I'm sorry. You gotta take the leap. And you gotta take the leap into the motherfucking unknown and trust that the motherfucking love of your life is right fucking here. The business ideal is right fucking here, but you gotta choose that for your fucking self. Nobody else can choose that for you. And that's why y'all gotta live the motherfucking dream, okay? Ta-da! I feel like we should clap it up. And that's the fucking collective reading. Now, y'all, let me get into these fucking personals. If you guys want a personal, if you guys are watching my shit, because some of y'all, I know y'all don't like doing personals on live. I do tell y'all all my personals are recorded. I posted on my YouTube. If you guys are like, yo, I want some exclusives, like y'all want some exclusive time with me, Y'all can have an exclusive time. We can have time. Y'all can sit over here and either go book me in my bio, or you can email me. If you guys only have Cash App and shit, and you just like, yo, big dog, I need a reading like ASAP. I offer 2 readings. I do a video reading, and then I also do a phone reading. If you guys are like, listen, I don't want to do the whole talking, but I got a few questions, that's cool. Send me your questions through, and we can sit over here and talk business, baby. But I always tell you, don't sit over here and reach out to me unless you actually want the truth, because I'm not about to sit over here and lie to your asses. I'm gonna tell you the real. If the cards say, big dog, you getting married, you get a motherfucking married. Amber, I got you. If the card sit over here and say you better drop that 0 so you can walk into your motherfucking hero, then that means that. If that means like, well, guess what? The card said, big dog, you need to deal with that shit in order for you to walk into your fame, then I'm gonna tell you that. But the point of the matter is that don't book with me unless y'all really want some shit, okay? Okay, I'm about to start the list now, y'all. I'm about to end this live because y'all know I like to keep my collective and my other shit separate, okay? I also don't tell you guys how much to donate. I always just tell y'all donate what you're called to. I'm about to end this live, and I'm about to go back live again. I just want to save this video just like this because I don't want to go over, okay? Love you guys, love you. And if this is where we bid or do at, then guess what? I love y'all. I'll be back live in 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds.